Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dominic Rossetti. Here I will be bringing you the play-by-play broadcast for the Essex Knights and the Erie Community College Cats. Um, I just want to say a special thank you to the Hartford Sports Complex. Due to the field conditions at Essex, a special thanks to Hartford Community College for letting us use their field today. And pitching for the CCBC Essex Knights is Rocco Marquez, and stepping in, number 6, Jersey Cicilla, playing shortstop for the Cats. The outside is going to be 2-0 count. And fun fact here that the Knights haven't played here since May 19th of 2018. They beat Mercer County 5-4 in 13 innings in Game 1 of the district championship. And the Erie Cats are currently on a 5-game skid, while Essex has won 3 out of the last 4 games. That one's a shortstop. Nakish dives. And Cicilla will reach on an infield single.
Still trying to figure out who knows what, that's all.
And up next for the Erie Community College Cats is number 28, Alex Whipple. And he is playing center field today. And for Whipple, the last 10 games he's played, he is batting .333 with 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. And for the Erie Cats, they play tomorrow at Cecil College, and then on Sunday the 24th at Hartford Community College. They'll be back up here. And for the CCBC Essex Knights, they'll play tomorrow at Hagerstown Community College and the 26th at CCBC in Dundalk at Essex Field. Counts even now, 1-1. The last game that Marquez has pitched, he played against the SUNY Orange Colts at Essex. Home game. Pitched very well that game. Let's see if he can replicate the same at this game.
Should be up, right?
Count 1 and 2. Marquez is ahead of the count. Still man on first, no outs. Infield double play depth. That one's lined in the right field. And Cicilla goes from first to third. And next up for the Erie Community College Cats is number 19, Mike Fleming, who will be catching for them today. And that one's going to be popped up in foul territory. And a great sliding catch by Lucas Nakic. Huge out for the Knights here. And now they have a double play opportunity to get out of the inning. And up next for the Cats is number 25, Jordan Kowalski, who will be playing first base for them today. And on the year, he's played 11 games, has a .353 average, 1 home run, and 15 RBIs. That's going to be fouled back. Double play opportunity for the Knights. Let's see if he can get one and get out of this inning unscathed. And that's one's going to be right off Marquez. There's the first. And gets the out at first. A run does score, but they traded the run for the out. So 2 outs now in this inning. That was a hard comebacker right at Marquez. So Alex Whipple is on second base for the Cats. And then batting next is number 7, Anthony Hernandez, who's playing third base. Cats up 1-0. 2 outs, top of the first inning. And Hernandez on the year he's played 12 games, has a 200 average with no home runs, 2 RBIs, has scored 5 runs and 1 stolen base on the year. Counts 0-1. Marquez to Hernandez. And that one's just going to be a blooper in left center field. Whipple rounding third. He's going to come ahead to score. And a 2-out RBI clutch single for Anthony Hernandez. And batting next for the Cats is number 8, Kevin Walter. He's playing right field for them today. Hernandez on first. 2 outs, top of the first inning here. And that first pitch is going to be on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. And that one's going to be lined in the center field. Lashley gets a 1 hop. And on first and second now for the Cats. And up next for the Cats is number 30, Domenico Morea. He's playing DH for them today. And we're going to have a quick mound visit. Watson and Marquez trying to calm him down and get it out of the inning. And we are back to resume play now. First pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. Morea on the year. He has played 12 games, has a 257 average, no home runs, 4 RBIs, has also scored 4 runs, and also has 1 stolen base on the year as well. Marquez behind now 2-0 to Morea. Number 18, Levi Vaughn, is on deck for the Cats. That one's hit right center field. That one's going deep. And it's going to be a 2-out, 3-run home run for Morea and the Cats. It's going to be a 5-0 lead now. He definitely got a hold of that one, and the wind is blowing to from left field to right field. So the wind's going to be a huge factor in this game today. And that's going to be Morea's first home run of the season. Up next, playing second base for the Cats, is Levi Vaughn. That one's going to be lined. Nakish with a great diving stop. Gets up, throws to first. And Vaughn just gets in there in time. A great diving stop by Nakish, though, to keep that from going in the outfield. And a great try at first base. And up next is number 32, Ricardo Folks. He'll be in left field for the Cats today, and he'll be the 9th batter in this inning. And that one hits him, and he's going to go to first base. So another first and second for the Cats here. And up next to bat is their shortstop, Jaroslav Sicila, who singled in his last at bat. Nice. The Knights just need one more out to get out of this inning. And that one just gets in there in center field. Vaughn rounding third. He's going to head to home. And Folks goes from first to third on that RBI single. And the Cats are now up 6-0, the top of the first inning. Man on first and third, 2 outs. Up now is Alex Whipple, who singled in a right field. His last at bat. Also scored. Marquez falling behind 1-0. And Watson loses the ball, and Folks is going to come in to score on that wild pitch. So now 7-0 lead for the Cats here. And Cecilia, who was on first, goes from first to second. Still 2 outs, count 2-0. Marquez to Whipple. And here's the pitch. That one's just going to miss outside for ball 3 now. So Whipple now has his chance to see what he likes. And that's going to be a 4-pitch walk for Alex Whipple. And up next for the Erie Cats is Mike Fleming, their catcher. He popped out in his last at bat to Nakage, who made a great diving play. And we're going to have a mound visit now for Marquez, try to settle him down. And some stats for you on Marquez. He's only appeared in 2 games so far. Started one of them. He's 1-1. Total of 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 runs, and earned 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. And that one's going to miss for a ball as well to Mike Fleming. As I mentioned before, he'll be behind the plate for the Cats today. And that one's going to be grounded foul, first base side. And Marquez is going to get a new ball now from the home plate umpire.
Yes. 4 pitches.
And that one's going to bounce to the plate, and the runners are going to advance a base. So Cecilia from second to third, and Whipple from first to second. So now men on second and third for the Cats. 2 outs, first base open. Count 2-1 to Fleming. And that one's going to be lined up the middle for a base hit. 1 run's going to score, and 2 runs are going to score. And a 2-out RBI single from Mike Fleming. And up next for the Cats is Jordan Kowalski, who had that hard ground ball right back to Marquez. And Marquez is going to be ahead of the count, 0-1. Cats now a 9-0 lead, top of the first inning here. And Marquez steps off the mound. Looking to reset here. He sets. Now delivers. That's going to be a ground ball. Leon gets it. There's a first off balance. and gets him out. Great play by Leon.
9 runs and 8 hits.
And at the end of the top of the first inning, 9 runs on 8 hits for the Cats. And pitching for them today will be Joe Ciccarelli. And I just want to say another special thanks to Hartford Community College for letting us use their field today due to the field conditions at Essex. We'll be back, bottom of the first inning.
What?
Can I get one of those? Do you have one of those?
What?
Extra
Scorecards?
Yeah. It's like having one
Just one.
I'm not gonna use that.
Okay. Can the pitcher wear that?
And I'll give you the lineup here for the Essex Knights. First batting is going to be number 10, Nolan Watson, who's going to be behind the plate today. Batting second is number 20, playing center field, Eli Lashley. Third, number 5, Lucas Nakic, playing shortstop. Fourth, number 28, Gage Schaefer, who's going to be in left field. Fifth, number 9, Nelson Laviosa, who will be DHing today. Sixth is number 21, Robert Leon, who's playing third today. Seventh, number 27, Patrick Barrett, who's going to be playing first base today. Batting eighth, number 8, playing second base is Cale Hines. And batting ninth, number 11, playing right field is Charles Harmon. And as I mentioned before, for the Cats on the mound is Joe Ciccarelli, a right-handed pitcher. And so far this year, for Ciccarelli, he's appeared in 2 games, started twice, also 1-1. His one win was a complete game, 12 innings pitched, 9 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned, 6 walks with 18 strikeouts on the year. And Watson's going to be leading it off for the Knights, stepping into the plate. And Ciccarelli is going to bounce that one to the catcher on the first pitch. And that one's going to be fouled back. And if you're just joining us, the Cats jumped out to an early 9-0 lead in the first inning.
16 was always the pitcher. Just go and change it in game control.
And again, I want to thank you, Cats and Knight fans, for joining us today on the live stream. Bit of wind here today, a bit of an overcast sky. And the count's now even, 2-2 for Watson. Now it's going to be line in the right field for a base hit. Great hit for Watson there. And batting now is the Knights center fielder, Eli Lashley. So man on first for the Knights here, no outs. And Lashley on the year, in 8 games, he's batting .375 with no home runs, 4 RBIs, but has scored 9 times and also has 1 stolen base. Third base, Hernandez for the Cats, playing on the grass. Case of a bunt here. In a 9-run game, though, so far, I doubt Lashley would be bunting here. Works the count to now 3-0. So Lashley's ahead. 3-1 the count. And Lashley is a freshman out of Fort Riley, Kansas. Went to Chapin High School. And Lashley does a great job at the plate and works the walk. So men on first and second for the Knights here. And up next is Lucas Nakic. Nakic is a sophomore out of Fallston, Maryland. Graduate from Archbishop Curley High School. He's been doing very well lately at the plate. In 10 games, he has a .371 average, no home runs, no stolen bases, but 3 RBIs and 8 runs scored. That one's going to be outside for ball 1. Let's see, hopefully the Knights can answer some of those runs that the Cats had scored, get some of those runs back. And that one's going to be fouled back. 1-1 the count. No outs here. Top of the first inning. Watson on second. Reached first on a single to right field. Then Lashley walked. Number 28, Gage Schaefer on deck for the Knights. Playing left field today. Nakic with a big cut. Going to be strike 2 now. So Chickarelli is ahead of the count, 1-2. Now it's going to be lined to the second baseman, Vaughn. Third second gets the out, but no play at first base. So runners on the corner now for the Knights. Watson on third, Nakic on first. Batting next is number 28, playing left field, Gage Schaefer. Catcher Fleming for the Cats, giving signs to the infield and outfield. And Schaefer's a towering 6'8" left fielder for the Knights. And he actually has a hit in all 9 games that he started. So a 9-game hit streak for him. A .500 average, 4 home runs, 18 RBIs on the year. And the last game against the Colts, back at Essex, he had a 2-run home run in that game. And the count's going to be 1-2 now to Schaefer. And a huge cut for Schaefer, but a huge out for the Cats. And up next for the Knights is number 9, Nelson Laviosa, who is DHing today. 2 outs here, bottom of the first inning. Men on first and third for the Knights. Laviosa on the year, he's played 7 games so far. He's hitting .250, no home runs, but 3 RBIs and 3 runs scored. And he's a sophomore playing out of Miami, Florida. Went to Ronald Reagan High School. He's a right fielder, but DHing for the Knights today. And a big swing and a miss for him. Count 0-1. Good eye for Laviosa. 1-1 the count. And a couple fun facts for Laviosa. His dream car is a Lamborghini Aventador, and he loves to eat steak and rice. Now it's going to be lined in the center field for a base hit. A 2-out RBI single for Laviosa. The Knights are now down 9-1 here. Clutch hitting for Laviosa. Does a great job. And now stepping in is number 21, playing third base, Robert Leon. Made that good play at the end of the top of the first inning, get the final out for the Knights. That one's going to be high for ball one. Leon, a sophomore on the year at CCBC Essex. He's from Baltimore, Maryland, went to Parkville High School. He's played 9 games so far, has a .233 average, no home runs, but 3 RBIs. And that one's going to be grounded out to the first baseman, Kowalski. And that's going to be it for the Knights here in the bottom of the first inning. They did score 1 run on 2 hits. And at the end of the first, Cats 9, Knights 1. Acknowledgement to Matt and Robin Watson out of West Creek, New Jersey. Elsie Melanie Jose out of New York, New York. Michelle Nakich out of Berlin, Pennsylvania. And Matt and Sharon Nakich out of Forest Hill, Maryland. Just want to thank them for their donations here for the fundraising. You can go to ccbcessexknights.com, go to the baseball page, and there's a link for the 2019 fundraiser. So just a real special thanks for them today. Marquez will be out to pitch the top of the second inning.
So what's going to happen with CCBC? Somebody said they're going to merge them? No, I'm talking like 20 years down the road. I know, well, they did merge their AD.
And after the Cats sending 13 batters to the plate last inning, leading off this inning is going to be number 7, the third baseman, Anthony Hernandez. Had an RBI single and scored in his last at-bat to left center field. That was going to be a strike on the outside corner. And that one's going to be hit in the left field. Schaefer under it, tracking it. And he will make the catch. First out, top of the second inning. Cats up 9-1 against the Essex Knights.
I know why you wanted it.
And up next for the Cats is number 8, Kevin Walter. He singled to center field his last at bat, also scored. That one's going to be in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Wind still blowing from left to right field. Counts even now, 1-1. And Walter on the year, 12 games played, .316 average, no home runs, 6 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases. Has also scored 7 times, counting today's game. Dion gets it, bobbles it a little bit, and Walter's going to reach safely on first base.
What?
And if you're keeping the score at home, folks, that's going to be E5, air to the third baseman. And up next, for the Cats is number 30, Domenico Morea. He had a 3-run home run, last at bat, top of the first inning. And that was actually his first home run of the year as well. So that 257 average he had to start the game has definitely gone up immensely. So now he has 1 home run and 7 RBIs on the year and has scored 5 times. Walter on first. Reached safely on an error. 1 out. Top of the second for the Cats and Knights game. 2-0 the count. And that one's going to be outside for ball 3 now. Marquez pitching around Morea. He's going to have to throw a strike here, though. He sets. Delivers. And that was going to be grounded. First base side into the Cats dugout. And a great pitch from Marquez. That one reaches the outside corner for strike 2. Full count now. 1 out. Infield playing double play depth. Let's see if they can ground ball to end the inning. That one's hit to right field. Harmon going back. He has it and makes the catch on the warning track. 2 outs now for the Knights. And up next for the Cats is number 18, Levi Vaughn. Had an infield single last time up at bat. Also scored. And now it's going to be grounded softly to first baseman Barrett. And he's going to take the out for himself. And a quick second inning for the Knights here. No runs, no hits. And we'll be back with you for the bottom of the second inning. And thank you for staying with us. It's going to be the bottom of the second inning now. Cats up 9-1 against the Essex Knights. And actually making his on-field debut will be number 27, Patrick Barrett, playing first base today. He's normally a pitcher. He has his pitching stats on the year. He has 2 appearances, 2 games started. He's 0-2, 8 innings pitched with 6 strikeouts. And a fun fact about Patrick Barrett and Nolan Watson, who's the catcher, they're actually high school teammates out of the Southern Regional, New Jersey. Ciccarelli back on the mound in the second inning for the Cats. That one's going to be inside. That one barely missed hitting him. 1-0 the count. Wind blowing very, very heavily now. That's going to be ground into the hole. Shortstop Cecilia gets it. Throws the first, but very late. And Barrett's going to be on for an infield single. So far, Barrett's batting 1,000. Great hitting by him. And up next is number 8, the second baseman, Cale Hines. So just like last inning for the Knights, they lead off with a single. Men on first, no outs. 9-1 ball game. And a fun fact about Kill Hines here, he's from New Mexico, but actually went to high school in Stuttgart, Germany, and a utility player for the Knights. And the one item on his bucket list is to visit every MLB stadium. That one's going to be in the dirt, but not far enough. Barrett has to stay at first base. And the dream car for Hines is going to be a 1969 Mustang. And that one's going to be popped up, but will it be playable? Kowalski, the first baseman, go and cannot get it. So more life here for Kale Hines. Count now 2-1 for him. And the wind continuing to blow ferociously from left to right field here. That one's in the dirt again. Three and one count here for Kill Hines. Barrett on first, reached first on an infield single to the shortstop. Great eye for Hines. He works a 4-pitch walk. Submit on first and second for the Knights here, just like last inning. And batting ninth now for the Knights is number 11, Charles Harmon. He's in right field today. And that one's laced into center field, high and deep. Whipple going back and makes the catch. But Barrett's going to advance from second. It was thrown in quickly. He has to get back to second base. So the ball was hit hard enough, but their center fielder, Whipple, got the ball in very quickly to prevent Barrett from advancing from second to third. And now batting for the Knights is Nolan Watson. Had a single in right field his first at bat. Also scored. Scoring his 7th run of the year. That one's lined back. Count 0-1. Still 9-1 game. Cats ahead. Barrett on second. Hines on first. 1 out here. Outside, and a great block for Fleming to prevent that from going to the backstop. Count 1-1. Ciccarelli throws. That one's going to miss inside and a bit high. 2-1 the count. Watson ahead. And on a 2-1 count for Watson on the year, he's batting .333. And that one's going to miss low and away. 3-1 now. And he's batting .667 on the year when Watson's ahead here. Ciccarelli throws. That one's going to be laced to the second baseman, Vaughn. Dives and gets it. Only outs at first base. And he just gets Watson by a half step. Men on second and third now. 2 outs here. Up next is Eli Lashley. He walked in his first at bat. Barrett on third, Hines on second, 2 outs here. Lashley up at the plate. That one's going to be in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Count even now, 1-1. Lucas Nakic, shortstop for the Knights, is on deck. That one's going to miss low. 2-1 the count. And last year on the year, he has definitely been swinging a hot bat. He's sitting safely in 4 out of his last 5 games while batting .429 with 2 doubles. And he's hitting .316 on the season. His on-base percentage of 500 and 4 RBIs. He's now ahead of the count now, 3-1. That one's fouled back. And with this win here, the Cats pitcher, Ciccarelli, keeps losing his hat. Full count now, 2 outs. Runners will be running on contact, and only on contact. And Lashley, with a great at-bat, works another walk. So bases loaded for the Knights now. Lucas Nakic stepping up to the plate. Grounding out into a fielder's choice last at-bat. Second baseman to the shortstop. Count 0-1, that one was fouled back. Bases loaded for the Knights. Barrett on third. Hines on second. Lashley on first. And that one's going to miss ball 1. Count even. Ciccarelli delivers. And that one's just going to miss. 2-1. Nakic ahead of the count. Gage Schaefer on deck for the Knights. That one's lined, third base side, but foul. Count 2-2 now. Cats still up 9-1 in this game. Two and two pitch from Ciccarelli to Nakic. And that one misses. But the runners hold up. Ball did not get far enough for any of the runners to advance. Full count now, 3-2. Run on every base for the Knights, and they'll be running on anything. Huge pitch coming up in this ball game. Bottom of the second, 9-1 Cats. Nakic steps in the box. Ciccarelli delivers. That one's line right field. That's going to be a base hit down the line. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. The Ravens last lead around third. He's going to score. Nakic going to second. He's going to advance to third. And a huge momentum for the Knights. A 2-out, bases loaded, 3 RBI, bases clearing triple for Lucas Nakic. It is now a 9-4 ball game. huge at bat for the Knights and Lucas Nakic. Coming in hot. And now Gage Schaefer stepping up to the plate. Did strike out his last at bat in the first inning. He is riding a 9-game hitting streak. Chick-fil-A had the count, 0-1. 0-2 now. And the swing and a miss for Schaefer is running to first base and out. But the Knights on 2 outs get a huge 3 RBI triple for Lucas Nakic. And at the end of the second, Cats 9, Knights 4.
Women and men. Double header.
Is that who the women are playing?
Buffalo's playing at 4:10. Yeah. Buffalo plays at 4:10.
Why didn't the women play Howard?
Because it's the master schedules aren't synced for the full lacrosse like they are, especially because they play twice.
Mm-hmm. Is 7 in a game?
Thank you for joining us again. Top of the 3rd inning. Focus up, and lines went down the right field line. That's going to get away from Harmon. He's rounding first. He's going to head for second. He's going to round second, go into third. And it's going to be a stand-up leadoff triple for Ricardo Fuchs. And up next for the Cats is Jerislee Cicilla. 2 for 2 on the day. 2 singles, a run scored, an RBI. That one's going to be in there for a strike. And a big cut for Cicilla. Swing and a miss. Marquez ahead of the count 0-2. And Cicilla is actually, his hometown is from Willemstad, Curacao. That one's lined. Deep left center field. Schaefer going back, and that's going to be off the wall. Bare hands. There's the Nakic cutoff man. And it's going to be an RBI double for Cicilla. Cats now up 10-4. Alex Whipple in now for the Cats. He's 1 for 1 on today. Reached a single in his first at bat and walked his second. Scored both times today. That one's going to be hit left center field. Schaefer under it. He'll make the catch. And Cicilla will hold up at second base. 1 out now for the Knights. Stepping in box now for the Cats is their catcher, Mike Fleming, 1 for 2 on the day. Popped out his first at bat and then hit a 2 RBI single in his second. Swing and a miss for Fleming on the first pitch of this at bat. 10-4 Cats. Men on second. 1 out. And Marquez is going to miss outside with that pitch. 1-1 now. That one's going to be low in the dirt. Good block for Watson. Sicilla holds up at second base. 2-1 the count now. And that one's going to miss inside 3-1. And as I mentioned before at the start of the broadcast, the Knights haven't played here since May 19th of last season when they beat Mercer County 5-4 in 13 innings in Game 1 of the district championship. Marquez steps off the mound. Marquez delivers. And that one's going to miss outside for a walk from Mike Fleming. Sicilla on second, Fleming on first. 1 out. Top of the third inning. Up next is Jordan Kowalski. 0 for 2 on the day, 2 groundouts. But does have 1 RBI on the day. Count 0-1 here. And that one's going to miss for a ball. Watson doing a good job blocking the plate there. Runner stay. And another great block for Watson. 2-1 the count now. Marquez sets, now delivers. That's going to be a high grounder. Hines out at second, but safe at first base. So they get the fielder's choice, Hines to Nakic. But Kowalski beating the throw safely at first base. And Sicilla advances from second to third. So runners on the corners now for the Cats here. 10-4 ball game. Sicilla on third. Kowalski on first. And Anthony Hernandez stepping in the plate today. 1 for 2. RBI single and scored in his first at bat. Fly it out to left in the second. Big swing, fouled off for Hernandez. Count 0-1. The wind has died down just a bit. Still blowing from left to right field though. And another good block for Watson. Runner stay. 2 outs. Count 1-1. 10-4 ball game here. Top of the third inning. And another great block for Watson. 3-1 the count. Again, men on first and third. That one's going to be in there for a strike. 2-2 the count. Kevin Walter on deck for the Cats. That one's lined at third base. Leon gets it. There's the first, and the inning is over. 1 run on 2 hits for the Cats. At the end of the top of the third inning, Cats 10, Knights 4.
Which Monroe? The one out of New York City or the one out of Syracuse?
Rochester.
Yeah. They're good. They're good at everything they do. You ever see those facilities? That indoor facility is unbelievable. But they don't have this.
Thank you for everyone staying with us today. Bottom of the third inning here. Nelson Lavioso is going to be leading off for the Knights here. 1 for 1 his last at bat with an RBI single. Lavioso steps in the batter's box today. Normally a right fielder, DHing today's game. First pitch is going to be in for a strike, 0-1. Last inning, the Knights scored 3 runs, highlighted by a 2-out, 3 RBI triple for Lucas Nakic. That one's going to be lined to the shortstop Sicilla. Throws the first and gets him out. And number 21, third baseman for the Knights, Robert Leon. Up next. 0 for 1 with a ground out in his first at bat. Steps in the batter's box now. Ciccarelli is still on the mound for the Cats. He delivers. That one's going to be in for a strike. 0-1 the count. Patrick Barrett on deck for the Knights. Good eye for Leon. 1-1 the count. That one misses. 2-1 now. Good eye for Leon again. He's ahead 3-1 now. Leon taking all the way. Full count now. 3-2. 1 out here. Bottom of the third inning. Cats up 10-4. And that one bounces the plate. Misses for ball 4. So Leon works a 1-out walk. Up next for the Knights is number 27, the first baseman, Patrick Barrett. And as I mentioned before, he's making his field debut today, hitting debut. 1 for 1. He reached on an infield single and scored in his last at bat, which was in the bottom of the second inning. That one's going to be in for a strike. Leon on first. Does not have any stolen bases on the year. And that was Leon's 6th walk on the year. Count 0-1 to Barrett. Ciccarelli delivers. Count now 0-2 for Barrett. Infield for the Cats is the double play depth. That one's going to miss. High and outside. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Leon off.
Yes.
That was the ground left field side. And Leon's going to hold up at second base. But a clutch 2-out hitting for Barrett. And the Knights now have a man on first and second with 1 out. And up next for the Knights is Cale Hines. He walked his last at bat. Also scored. Great clutch hitting for the Knights so far in this inning. Sun here trying to peek through on this overcast day. And that pitch is very high. 1-0 the count. And for Cale Hines, his favorite TV show is actually SpongeBob SquarePants, while his favorite movie is Spider-Man. And a big cut, but a swing and a miss. 1-1 the count now. 10-4 ball game, Cats favor. Bottom of the third inning here. Knights have a man on first and second. Leon on second. Barrett on first. That one's outside for ball 2. Leon reached on a walk. His at bat for this inning, and Barrett reached on another single. Three and 1 the count now. Kilo doing a good job making Ciccarelli throw, as he did in his first at bat.
I'd send runners.
3-1 the count. Went out here. Ciccarelli sets. Now delivers to Hines. Now it's going to be fouled back. Full count now, 3-2. Some athletic accolades here for Cale Hines. He actually pitched in the UCO World Series. First team All-Europe and first team All-Region. Runners are off. And Hines works another walk. So bases loaded again for the Knights here. Like previously, in the previous inning. And up next for the Knights now is the number 9 hitter, Chuck Harmon. But we're going to have a mound visit first for the Cats. Trying to settle their pitcher, Ciccarelli down. Leon on third, Barrett on second, and Hines on first for the Knights here. Bases loaded, 1 out. Still 10-4 ball game, Cats favor. And some great accolades as well for Chuck Harmon. In 2016, he was a Brooks Robinson selection, Second team All Metro, first team All County. Steps in the box now. Chickarelli looks into Fleming. And it's going to be high, ball one. As mentioned before, bases loaded for the Knights here. One out, bottom of the third inning. And that one's going to be hit in the shallow right field for a base hit. Run's going to score. Barrett's going to hold up. And a merry-go-round for the Knights here. One out, RBI single for Chuck Harmon. And that's going to cut the lead to now 10-5. Knights doing a good job this inning. Working pitches, making Chickarelli throw. Choosing what they want to hit. Nolan Watson up. 1 for 2 on the day. Led the game off with a single to right field line. Also scored. Bases loaded for the Knights. 1 out. That one's going to be low for a ball. 1-0. Lashley on deck for the Knights. And that was going to be for a strike, 1-1. Again, if you're just joining us for this live stream broadcast, Cats and Knights, Cats up, 10-5. Great eye for Watson. 2-1 the count. Chickarelli sets, now delivers. 2-2 the count now. Bases loaded for the Knights. 1 out, bottom of the third inning. Cats also ahead on hits, 10-6. But the scoreline is 10-5. Full count now for Watson. With 1 out, the runners will be off on contact. And Watson actually is committed to Dayton University next year. So congratulations to him, and a big strikeout for the Cats and Chickarelli. So another congratulations for Nolan Watson, he's committed to Dayton University next year. And stepping now in the box is Eli Lashley, playing center field for the Knights today. Still without an unofficial at-bat. He's 2 walks and scored in the second inning. First pitch of this at-bat is going to be in there for a strike, 0-1. Bases loaded for the Knights here. 2 outs, 10-5 ball game. Good eye for Lashley. Count 1-1 now. That one's going to be hit to the third baseman, Hernandez. There's the first. And safe at first base. Pulled off the bag. And that's going to be an error on the third baseman, Hernandez. The run will be unearned, but still counts. 10-6 ball game now for the Knights. Barrett scores on that error. Stepping up next is Luke Nakic. And his previous at-bat, which was just the last inning, had a big 2-out 3 RBI bases clearing triple. He's up again his very next at-bat. Bases loaded. 2 outs. And that one's going to be high. 2-0 the count. In Nakic's favor. He'll certainly be looking for his pitch. Wind still blowing heavy from left to right field. It is sunny now. Clouds seem to have moved away. Chickerley delivers. And that one's going to be low in the dirt for ball 3. Fleming keeps it. So the runners will stay.
Any other run that scores this inning is unearned because that should have ended the inning. Okay. Not that you didn't know that. Just covering myself.
Nikic takes all the way. 3-1 now. And Nakic works the bases loaded 2-out walk, and a runner is going to score. So an RBI walk for Nakic here, doing a great job at the plate. 10-7 ball game now for the Cats. Cats shortstop and catcher go over to Ciccarelli, try to calm him down. Still bases loaded for the Knights. Gage Schaefer stepping up to the bat. He's 0 for 2 on the day, 2 strikeouts. And will be the 9th batter of this inning for the Knights. That one's going to be outside for ball 1. Knights doing a very good job making Ciccarelli throw. Looking to see everything that he has in his arsenal today.
I missed it. Was that a fastball?
I think so. Yeah.
And this will be the 86th pitch for Ciccarelli today, and we are only in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So both teams on both sides, their hitters making the pitchers work. That one's going to be low. Ball 3. 3-0. Counting Schaefer's favor. He is riding a 9-game hitting streak today. He'll be looking for his pitch. Bases loaded for the Knights. 2 outs. 10-7 ball game. Schaefer takes all the way. That's going to be ball 4. So back-to-back RBI walks for the Knights. They are certainly crawling back. Now a 2-run game. 10-8. And the Knights had batted around this inning. Nelson Laviosa led off with the inning, grounded out to the shortstop. He'll be stepping up to the plate.
For his sake.
2 hours to play 3 innings is kind of crazy.
We started at 3.
Manager coming out for the Knights here, and there'll be a pitching change.
I don't know your facetious voice.
Well, my wife said yesterday, no driving. It's usually when I open my mouth.
Yeah, that's what my wife would say. That's a big dude, huh? Yeah, 45.
That's going to be Giovanni Sena. Pitching change for the Erie Cats. Now coming to pitch is number 45, right-handed pitcher Giovanni Sena. 2 appearances this year. Has 1 save, 3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Out of Yonkers, New York, Ciccarelli only able to get through 2 2/3 of an inning. Bases still loaded for the Knights. And if any do score, they will be awarded to Ciccarelli. He is responsible for the men on base.
I don't know if that's an award. Come on, Nelly. The overlay update. Thanks.
Laviosa stepping up to the plate. 10-8 ball game. Cats favor. Knights doing a tremendous job trying to claw back here. First pitch is going to be in for a strike. 0-1 the count. That one's going to be lined into center field for a base hit. Run's going to score. They're going to send 2. Nick is round third, heading for home. The play at the plate.
Safe.
Safe at home plate. And the Knights have tied the ball game. RBI single for Nelson. 2 RBI single for Nelson Laviosa. Believe it or not, folks, the Knights were down 9-0 at the start of this game. Have now come back to tie it, folks.
Yep, both of them.
And both of those runs will be awarded to Ciccarelli. Robert Leon up at the plate now. Did a great job in his at-bat this inning earlier. He worked a walk. Also scored. So now men on first and second for the Knights here. Schaefer on second, Laviosa on first. Clutch 2-out RBI hitting for Laviosa. That one's going to bounce to the plate, but the runners stay. And all of these runs will actually be unearned for Ciccarelli. Because when Lashley was up to the plate, there was an error on the third baseman that would have been out of the inning. Since then, we've had 2 back-to-back RBI walks and a 2 RBI single to tie the game here, courtesy of Nelson Laviosa. 3-0 the count now for Robert Leon. Now it's going to bounce the plate, so another walk that the Cats have given up. This is the 5th walk of the inning. Bases now loaded again for the Knights here. 10-10 ball game. Knights doing a fantastic and amazing job coming back to this game. Up next for the Knights, number 27, Patrick Barrett. Batting 1,000 on the year. He's 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles, 2 runs scored.
They're up 1 now, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
No, they're just tied.
Yeah. You have me worried there. I'm looking at
I
everything.
forgot.
I'm like, oh,
They
shit.
scored 2 on that base hit.
Oh, and 2 the count now. We have Schaefer on third, Laviosa on second, Leon at first. Patrick Barrett up to the plate.
Oh.
And that's going to be ball 1. Santa thought he had that pitch there. So did a couple of the Cats players. Barrett with a great eye there. 1-2 the count now. Santa steps off. Resets. And another great eye for Barrett. Works the count even now, 2-2. 10-10 ball game here. Ooh, and that one just misses Barrett. So Barrett, after behind 0-2, works the count full, 3-2. Full count, 2 outs, 10-10 ball game. Runners will be off with the pitch. That one's going to be grounded foul.
Nobody is paying attention. Leon was where the second base was. It's the
The Knights getting a very, very big leadoffs here. Ball in the gap. All 3 runs definitely going to score. Here's the pitch. Full count. That one's popped up. Foul territory, but not playable.
The right fielder might score all three.
before the pitch. It's insane.
St. delivers. Full count. And another RBI walk in this inning for the Knights. They have now taken the lead, 11-10.
Their starter threw 89 pitches, only 40 on the strikes.
I believe
49. That closes the book on the starter.
Not very good.
And this will close the book on their starter here for Ciccarelli. We'll get the totals to you folks in a minute. Senna now responsible for every man on base now. Cale Hines up to the plate. Has also, in his both plate appearances today, both unofficial,
It's unearned because that's the
both 2 walks, and has scored on each of those walks today. Knights now ahead for the first time in this game, 11-10. Doing a great job making a comeback. Amazing job. That one's going to miss inside. 2-0 the count now.
Get those boys from Erie some chin straps, man.
Hope nobody made dinner plans.
2-1 the count now. Big cut for Hines. 2-2 the count now. Bottom of the 4th here. Knights doing an outstanding job. After being down 9-0, have now come back and have taken the lead, 11-10. Thirteenth hitter for the Knights in this inning. So after the Cats had their big inning in the first inning, the Knights now have a huge inning for them in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Base is still loaded. Full count now, 2 outs. Runners will be off on the pitch. That one's hit first base side, and a leaping catch for the first baseman Kowalski. And after a massive inning for the Knights, they have taken the lead after scoring 7 runs in this inning. After the end of 3, it's going to be, and scoring 7 runs, 6 of them unearned. 11-10 Knights. We'll be back for the top of the 4th.
You guys are really messing up my scorecards today.
What a great game, though.
I know. Well, if you're a Knight fan.
Yeah.
Hey. Thanks. Be right back. I'm rocking with you. Me too. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a lot warmer.
So, 5 of those 7 runs were on the starter, but they weren't all earned.
No, because the air that Lashley hit in the to the third baseman. Stepping up to the plate now for the Cats here is number 8, Kevin Walter. Lockett Marquez still on the mound here for the Knights. And that one's going to miss for ball 1. 1-1 the count now. And that one barely misses hitting Walter. 2-1. That one's hit high and deep, left center field. Schaefer, Lashley, both going back. That's going to hit the wall. And that's going to be a leadoff double for Kevin Walter to lead off this top of the 4th inning.
First game I think is at noon.
Fall's not starting.
I am.
Up next for the Cats now is Domenico Marea, 1 for 2. Had a huge 3-run home run, his first of the season, top of the 1st. Highlighting that 9-run first inning for the Cats.
I've been talking to
That one's going to hit right field. And Walter's going to be held up at third. So Maria doing a good job at the plate.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow noon. Yeah, I will.
Still 11-10 game in favor of the Knights. Cats threatening now. Men on the corners, no outs. Up now is Levi Vaughn, 1 for 2 on the day. Has singled and scored. That one's going to miss inside. 1-0 the count. Walter on third. Double to start this inning. Advance to third on Maria's single right field. Marquez steps off, resets. Anybody can have a bad day, but he's got real technical flaws out there. 11-10 ball game. Knights favor this time. That one's going to be in there for a strike count, 1-1.
This guy's been doing pretty good behind the plate, too. We've had this umpire a lot.
Yeah, he gets, he's missed a few, but he's consistently on.
Yeah, he seems like he's doing pretty good today.
And that one's going to get by Watson. Walter stays at third, though, but Maria advances from first to second. First base open now. Count 2-1.
That's another thing I couldn't believe is like the first inning they didn't even have anybody stretching.
Well, part of it could have been
Non-regional.
bullpen because they scored 9 in the top of the
Yeah,
first.
sometimes.
That's a long way, and that can screw your game up.
And a big cut, swing and a miss for Vaughn. Another special thanks to Nana Feeney of Lexington, Missouri, the Worthingtons of Lexington, Missouri, Grammy Watson, Bernadette Township in New Jersey, and Brittany Strauss of Glen Burnie, Maryland. We'd like to acknowledge them for their fundraising for the Knights. Again, you can go to ccbcessex.com, go to the baseball page, and there's a link